Hello, my name is Matt Bird, and welcome to the PublishU podcast, where we feature the real life stories of authors from around the world. Today, I'm joined by Margaret Wooding Jones from Sheffield, who has written a book called Quiet. Margaret, you're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
So, Margaret, you live in Sheffield in the United Kingdom, and what is it you do? What's your work?
Well, I am a kind of retired, to be
Oh,
honest.
really?
I don't have a job as such. I'm involved in church leadership here in my local church. Um, I have been a licensed lay minister and involved in prayer in all sorts of forms, really, in all sorts of contexts.
Great. So what does that look like week to week? I get retired, you go to the golf course, you relax. No, I'm joking. Um, I know your life is nothing like that, but you're doing lots of voluntary work, basically, aren't you, in the
Yeah.
church and in the community? And what does
Mhm.
that look like on a week to week basis? What does a typical week look like for you?
Oh my goodness. Well, we'll start with Sunday. I'll be at church. I'm often involved in leading or preaching,
Okay.
and I have particular responsibility for kind of oversight of prayer in all its forms in the church.
Great.
Um,
And Monday to Friday?
Monday to Friday. Well, there'll be church leadership meeting, um, Pilates class, painting class. Those are my two kind of retired little enjoyments.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of the rest of the time, I I have a lot of involvement with a charity called Rock UK, um, providing adventure around different centres in the UK for children. Uh, so I'm heavily involved with them. Um, and gosh,
You don't have to make anything up. I'm just interested in what immediately comes to mind. So, Margaret, you've written a book called Quiet. Are you basically telling everybody to be quiet? What's the book about?
so no, I'm not telling everybody to be quiet. I'm encouraging people to find places of quiet for themselves. I think we live in an incredibly demanding world. All sorts of things press for our attention, and it's it's around the need for us to find a place to be quiet, to be still, to reflect on our own personal journey, um, kind of where we've come from, where we're going, and where God fits into that, really.
Mm, mm. So, when you say find quiet, tell us a little bit more because you just talking about finding a place of silence,
Mhm.
isolated from other people. What is it you mean by finding quiet?
Um, I think it's about stepping away from our everyday pressures and demands. It might be just taking a morning or an afternoon to be apart from those things and to give space for us to listen. Um, I'm very passionate about scripture informing how we live. Um, and so, therefore, uh, the book really encourages people to open their Bibles and hear from God through His Word.
Mm, mm. So, um, tell us more about the book because I'm like I thought it was about helping people find space for silence individually and collectively with others and quiet days and being
Okay.
still and hearing yourself think and maybe even hearing
Yeah.
God. I thought that's what it was about. Is that right?
Okay, so the book was born really out of the thought that I had sitting on my laptop an awful lot of resources that I've written. I have led quiet days for a number of years now, so organized quiet days for people. And I just thought, I've got a load of
Mm,
resources. They've been used once, maybe twice, and I'd love to share them, and I'd love to find a way to share them. So initially, my thought was, I'll just compile them in a book and put it out there.
yeah,
Um, so previously, I've been involved in training other people to lead quiet days. And then I thought, oh, well, I could, kind of preface it with how to lead a quiet day, and here are some resources you could use.
yeah,
So that sat with me for a while. And then I thought, actually, I think there are a lot of people out there who would never dream of signing up to go on an organized
yeah,
quiet day,
absolutely.
um, but who might actually want to take time out, but not really be sure what to do with it, or kind of how to use that time. So then I began thinking about, well, how can I encourage all those other people? So what the book now comprises of is an encouragement, a guide, how to take time out, how to step aside from the busyness of the day, um, to take time. It may be, once in 6 months. It might be more regular. It might be less regular than that. But just to take intentional time out to spend time with God.
So, how do you feel now your book's published and available worldwide?
Um, I'm still slightly shell shocked, if I'm honest. I never imagined I would be a published author. So, from that point of view, yes, I'm a little surprised. Um, I'm glad it's out there, and my real hope is that it is a genuine help to, uh, well, as many people as possible, but those who buy it.
Amazing, amazing. And so it came about because you joined the PublishU Writing My Book course. And I seem to remember you were quite surprised, um, towards the end of the course that you'd actually written a book of some, can't remember how many it was, 35,000 plus words. I mean, did you actually think you would end up writing a book when you signed up for the course?
Well, you said the target was
Yeah.
30, and I spent a couple of days each week writing, and by the end of it, I had 45,000 words,
45,
which,
that there we go. So I was
um,
flabbergasted. How did you feel?
yeah, flabbergasted is a good word.
And what was it about the writing my book course that helped you, Margaret?
I think it was the enthusiasm and the encouragement that it was possible. Um, and it felt as though everything you asked of us was achievable,
Mm,
uh, because we went step by step,
mm.
rather than kind of, oh my goodness, I've got to write a book now.
Off you
Um,
go. All the best.
yeah, yeah. So it was definitely, the companionship on the journey, really.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh, that's great to hear. I like that. It felt like everything I asked of you was achievable. Quotable quote. So, Margaret, what do you hope is the impact of your book in the world?
I hope that people will hear God for themselves,
Yeah.
that they will be encouraged to be the best a version of themselves that they can be.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it, really.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Dear
A
God,
small,
and
a small hope.
not at all. Well, Margaret, thank you so much, and thank you all for listening to the PublishU podcast, featuring the real life stories of authors from around the world. If you're interested in becoming an author like Margaret, please do visit our website, www.publish, the letter U, publishu.com. And if you enjoyed this broadcast, make sure you subscribe for more. Thank you so much for listening, and goodbye for now.